Thanks for joining me on Tuesday, the 20th of May 2025, after it finished at Selhurst Park, Crystal Palace 4, Wolves 2, which leaves us still in 14th. And the way it is, the stands going into the last game, we can still finish 14th, or we can still finish one above the relegation zone at 17, because the teams, West Ham, Man United and Tottenham, if they win the final games and we don't, they can overtake us, but we need a draw to stay above Tottenham. Man United are at home to Villa, who need to win to try and get their Champions League place. But Tottenham and Man United, they square off tomorrow, and that's probably the game that will obviously going to define their season. But for us, it would be nice, it would be quite an achievement to finish above them too, because if anybody asked you at the start of the season, how would you feel if you finished above Man United and Tottenham, we would have snatched the hand off. But today I felt like it was an opportunity missed, because Palace, they played in the FA Cup final on Saturday, and even though they're young, fit guys, that they might not have been suffering from physical fatigue, which they probably were, but even if they weren't, they would have probably been mentally hungover after the euphoria of the win and the cup against Man City for the first time in their history. They took the cup, and so I felt that it was there for the taking. And both teams made 6 changes to the last game. For Wolves, there was no Sarr, no Doherty, no Bellegarde, no João Gomes, no Cunha, no Semedo, no Manetzi. Bentley came in, Giga came in, Rodrigo Gomez, Guedes, Sarabia and Strand Larsen. But yeah, we took the lead, and after 25 minutes from a set piece, Agbadou heading in a nice header back from Strand Larsen, and it was goal line technology that confirmed the goal, because it wasn't given at first, but it was clearly a couple of feet over the line, and that it was a very competitive game. And if you look at the stats, we dominated. It was about 68 to 32, but as you know, stats never win any game. The only stat that matters is goals for and against, and we lost 4-2, but we didn't hold on to the lead for very long. It was just a momentary lapse in concentration, which allowed their player to wriggle past our defenders and then squared it to Nketiah, and he rifled it in. Maybe the keeper, he got an hand to it, maybe with a stronger hand he could have kept it out. But even before that, just before that, we were a bit slack and we gave them a chance, but we got away with that. And it wasn't so long before they went 2-1 ahead. They won a scrappy ball on the line through wide on the wing, squared it through to Nketiah, who got 3 of his markers in the middle of defence just to stroke it home, really unchallenged. And we went in 2-1 down at half time. Again, we dominated the possession, but we went in behind, even though that probably wasn't a fair reflection, but that's football for you. We brought on some of the reinforcements at half time, including Semedo and João Gomes, and Andre and Giga went off. And it was after 49 minutes, Chilwell, who never scores. His last goal was a couple of years ago, 2023, when he was playing for Chelsea at Leicester, and his free kick took a wicked deflection off Larsen's head, and it wrong-footed the keeper. He tried to recover, but he couldn't quite save it. And there was some nice play after that by Wolves when we were 3-1 down. Some attacking football. There was a nice run by Aït-Nouri through the heart of defence, and there was a volley by Guedes, which the keeper palmed away. A bit of a Hollywood save, but we played some really good football, and it was 61 minutes. A header direct from the corner by Strand Larsen, who got another goal to add to his assist today. Larsen and Sarabia went off after 66 minutes to be replaced by Munetsi and Cunha. Munetsi had a couple of good runs, and he had a shot that was deflected over. But Cunha, when he came on, I don't know if it's his mind elsewhere, but he didn't really do a lot. And you can understand why the manager hasn't picked him, because with all this stuff about him going to Man United, and you can understand why, because is he thinking about not getting injured? And surely they could have kept it out of respect for Wolves until after the fixtures were over, because maybe it might have distract the other players in the squad. But yeah, Cunha probably a bit fortunate to get some minutes on the pitch. And there's talk that the removal van's being by Semedo's house, and if he's not going to stay, you can understand why he didn't start. But who knows? There's so much speculation one way or another. One bit says there's contact saying his wife speaks to somebody locally and said that they're going back to Portugal, but there's a report after that saying that the manager's trying to talk Semedo and Sarabia into staying, but we'll find out soon enough, because there's just one match left in a few days' time. But yeah, Cunha did have a header from a corner after 81. But when Munetsi made not Munetsi, it was Agbadou made a break after 85 minutes from his own half deep into the opposition half. When he lost the ball, Palace broke, and Mateta, I think it was, passed it to Eze, and as soon as Eze got it, I thought, yeah, I know what's going to happen here, and lo and behold, it did. He made it 4-2. The guy can do no wrong at the moment. He's having the season of his life. He's got about 13 goals now in his current international. He's one of the hottest property, so you've got to take your hat off to him. But we didn't see a trace of Doc today. I don't know if he was injured, but I believe he was on the bench. But so far, we've had 3 defeats in a row. We're home to Brentford? Yeah, home to Brentford Saturday. We lost 5-3 in the autumn against them, so we owe them one. And I went last season a couple of times when we played them. We lost at home against them in the league, but we knocked them out 3-2 in extra time in the FA Cup. But they're one of those teams that they're in mid-table. In theory, they've got nothing to play for, but you get extra prize money the higher you finish. So I'd like to see us go all out and try and finish on a high. And because 3 defeats in a row, it wouldn't be good to end the season on 4 defeats in a row, because last season we were losing every week and we started this season in the same vein. So it'd be nice to finish the season with a bit of momentum and try and seal that 14th place. But it finished here. Palace 4, Wolves 2. But regardless of what happening, we'll keep supporting them up the Wolves. Thank you.